Welcome back to another edition of Tigs Bits, a Bubba exclusive edition of Tigs Bits. Blossy, the one-man posse.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Bubba exclusive here, coming at you, coming off the heels of
a wild weekend, Blasey. But I mean, before we even get into that, I'm like a roaring kitty over here, a little roaring tiger.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're being soft fired from the BRN, maybe even quiet fired. I don't know what exact term you want to use, but I feel like we're trying to generate any heat here. But I'm just gonna come right out and say it. You know.
So what makes you think that?
We don't ever get any promotion of our show. I mean, we used to get a little bit.
Don't jump to conclusions just because I'm promoting everybody else and not us. Yeah, no, I've noticed the last couple of weeks too. I just thought I was missing some of the posts, but I wasn't missing anything. We just weren't included, and we've been shoved into the. And I know they got a lot going on into we might make Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Sunday evening, Monday.
And look, it's fine. Whenever you listen to this, we're recording this on a Thursday, so it could be next week, it could be Monday, for all we know. But not trying to generate heat, just trying to hang on, baby. If we can hang on to Barp, I think we can talk our way.
Yeah, we can talk our way back into
graces with Bubba.
Yeah, we recognized a few things that, like, when we do this podcast, let's get into some Bubba stuff like we used to do, and I think we kind of lost some people along the way somewhere because we kind of got away from that a little bit, even though they kind of told us to do that, but that really wasn't the secret sauce that got us here to begin with.
That's right.
So we've added, if you go back the last two shows, it's a lot of Bubba stuff, you know what I mean? And we're going to keep trying to do some Bubba stuff. And maybe we're going to do it till they tell us not to do it anymore.
That's right. That's right. So, I mean, you're right. Maybe I need to rein it back in a little bit. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions, just kind of, not really seeing any of our stuff out. Thought we might get a little love from the last couple of Bubba episodes. You know, we're going in, deep diving into the Hulk stuff. Hulk and Gawker and all that, and Lasker, Gene Lasker. And we're going to dive into some more stuff today. Lasker's a national treasure.
He really is a national treasure, dude. He's as good as he gets. I don't know, man. I get it. I kind of felt the same way. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't feel like, just sit pretty much. There's no interaction on X anymore. There's no
Tigs Bits just dropped. Hasn't been said in a while.
And I didn't think much about it to begin with, but then now, you say all this, it really kind of, I have thought about it a little bit too. I didn't want to really admit it. I just thought they're busy. They got a lot going on.
Well, they are busy. They are
busy.
At the end of the day, there's.
I hope we're not being soft-fired.
Well, look, I mean, by the comments I looked at comments one time on Reddit, just once, and I'm sure some of y'all are out there that are on Reddit that are listening, that you guys that are keyboard warriors out there and love to talk a big game. Apparently we get paid a lot of money to do this, or we are, and some say we pay Bubba to do this.
Oh, pay for play? Pay for play.
Pay for play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, neither of those could be further from the truth. We do this because we're fans of Bubba. We do this to do an exclusive podcast for Bubba.
Yeah.
And that's what we've been doing. But we want it. We want the people that are listening to this, we want to kind of curate our content to be for them. This is an exclusive show. We like doing it. It certainly has helped to grow our brand. It'll continue to help to grow our brand as long as we get to stick around, as long as they'll have us. But it's fun. I mean, even if it ended today, Blasey, if it ended today, it's been a hell of a ride. Nothing would change with me. I'm a Bubba fan.
Absolutely not.
I'm locked in.
I know this wasn't forever. You know what I mean? I'd like to go a little bit more, but like at the same time, I get it. Now, I wouldn't be. They got a lot going on. At the end of the day, it's got to benefit them, right? So does it bring value to their podcast network? And if we don't get to a point where we're not bringing value, then, dude, get rid of us. I'll be the first one to leave if you tell me that. But, and I'll still be friends, and I'll still love the show, and I'll still be in there and chat and be so appreciative, and hopefully we still get to go to Bart. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
We've done enough to earn that still.
That's the bottom line. You know, we want to get to Bart, damn it. We got to make it to Bart.
Yeah, we do.
Mission Bart.
Yeah, man. I think we got a lot. There's a lot more that we want to do that we still haven't been able to really do, and we feel like we're in a position now to be able to do more of. So bring a little bit more juice to the show, a little more excitement on the Bubba podcast. We want to really start diving more into the Bubba stuff. Dude, Brantley and I got so dang busy. I mean, it's crazy. It was like amazing we were still able to put out a show each week, much less 2 shows a week.
I don't know how we've done it.
And it was like we were running in kind of a weird space for a minute, but we're kind of getting back to where now we can start diving back in. I can start listening to Bubba's show more because I was catching it for like 15, 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Then just busy. So now I've been listening more, diving back in there. So, dude, it all comes in cycles, you know what I mean?
It does.
It's like the same thing I talked about Bubba's show a long time ago. I was like, no matter where I've moved, no matter where he goes on different platforms, I may venture away, but I always find my way back there because it's my favorite show to listen to in the mornings. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you have more time to listen than others. And it's that simple. I hadn't replaced it with anything. It's been nothing. No. There's a void there, you know. So I'll jump back in like Days of Our Lives with John and Marlena, and you catch up pretty quick, you know.
That's what it is. I mean, it's every day, 4 hours a day. Just I love that they're always making changes. They're always tweaking things. I love Babyface and Seth starting to do the Blizzard or whatever it's called. Oh, yeah. That's great. I've listened to some of it. I haven't listened to all of it, but that kind of traction. What I love is that they're always mixing stuff up. We got to be a good part of that little rotation of getting mixed in. And I don't think we're mixed out yet, but I see whatever it is we got to do to step it up. We got to step it up. And Bubba Army, we need y'all to help us with that. Yeah. Let us know. I mean, we want this show.
Give us some ideas, man. Like, seriously, drop something. Like, because we're here to do this for the Bubba Army. That's the whole purpose of this. Like, we can talk this all day. If we need to talk about other things a little bit more, we can do that. Maybe you're like, save it for the lives. Let's talk all exclusive Bubba. I don't know. Like, I guess we'll figure it out. But, yeah, like you said, there's been a blend. There's been a lot of things happening, a lot of different dynamics. What about the heat between Alex Stein right now and Babyface, you know?
Yeah.
And
I love that. Great. That heat could get real. I mean, it is turning into real heat, but I think it could get into some serious heat. I think Stein needs to go to the BRN and be in there, and those two need to, have a debate about everything. But
they should. I think we should.
I mean,
put him on the stage and everything. Let's have a debate. Let's do just an old-fashioned debate.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to go there into the BRN, and they're going to have to flat out have a debate.
Yeah,
hash it out. But I'll tell you what, I was surprised. I don't know if Stein was trying to, reverse peacock the whole election night or all, but he sure was coming out whining and upset and acting like, this is not going to happen. I mean, everything that Babyface has said is true.
Yeah.
I mean, it is 1,000,000% true.
Yeah. No, I agree. Hey, do you think Babyface was that was all a work, him not showing up for election night because he knew that Kamala was going to lose, even though he voted for Trump? So I don't know if there's any.
He says he voted for Trump.
I don't think he did either. I don't think he did either. He had, what though? He's not an idiot. Like you can't vote for her. That's not the best thing right now. That's actually an example of a true, probably Democrat that feels abandoned in the moment and like probably went for Trump. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of those. That vote they don't talk about. There's a lot of Democrats that voted for Donald Trump this time because of just the party has kind of lost itself and its identity, and it's just snobbish looking down and not even for the working class anymore, and they're worried about these weird minorities, and that's their full focus. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. They got to get back to their basics. So we already talked about that. Not to dive off into that, but
no. But I mean, you're exactly right. I think that's one of the key contributors to Trump winning the election is some of that. I mean, you could just see just today, AOC took her pronouns off of her social media.
Did she really?
She did.
I did not see that.
Is she going to replace it with "I'm pregnant"? I don't know, but those rumors are floating around out there, and it may be Alex Stein's baby.
Oh,
speaking of Alex,
it could be. It could be.
I mean,
you never know.
I hope it is for Alex's sake. Maybe not his girlfriend, but
Yeah, this whole pronoun thing got out of control. It got out of hand, and the bending over backwards to it. Like, I get it. Somebody looks at me and says, "Hey, I prefer to be called her." Sure.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? But like, don't get mad at me because I'd say something different that sounds natural and normal. When I look at you and you look like a male, I'm going to say, what's up, dude? You know what I mean?
What's happening, fella?
Yeah, guy. I mean, like.
Hey, guy.
I don't, whatever, dude. Oh, my God.
Yeah. We don't want to alienate anyone, but I got a feeling based off of chat and everything else with Bubba Army that a majority feels the same way. So it's a good thing that's kind of disappearing some. I don't think it's going to totally go away, but, I mean, happy for Kill Tony, my boy Tony Hinchcliffe.
Man, he became the talking point.
He had a lot going
on
that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that told the Puerto Rican joke. Well, they film. I think that they filmed. I know it was before the election that they filmed a episode of Kill Tony, but it just released this week on YouTube, and you can go back and watch it. Well, he came out and he doubled down basically. This Puerto Rican joke. Yeah, we totally doubled down.
You're hanging out with Donald Trump. You have to double down. That's what he does. He's done it over and over and over again.
I guarantee you there were not many more nervous people in the United States than him on election night, because I'm telling you, they were going to blame him.
Yeah, they were.
Like, he was going to be the scapegoat, 100%. I don't know if he survives it. Like, literally. Like, I think somebody would shot him. Like,
they would have blamed it on him, wouldn't they?
Oh, 100%.
Opposite of what it did, it actually added some juice, because it's like, while they're all so upset about this and so like, come on, man, we can't even tell jokes anymore with our friends and like make fun of each other. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of that was the whole point of that. Like, let's get back to being us. They're so far gone the other way. Let's go back to where we can have fun and make fun of each other a little bit, and good nature, and not racist, and not in a negative way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know, it's like, I'm Italian. I got a big nose. Like, people make fun of me. You know, I mean, it's funny, dude. I think it's good stuff, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
whatever,
are we going to cancel Mario?
Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I think if anything, it added some votes. You know, then it backfired because
I think it could. Yeah, no, I agree with that at the end of the day. I think it backfired. Had he not won, though, it would not. But they did try to make that.
Sure, they did.
All of us. I mean, it was the last thing. We're at the finish line. You're gonna hang on to whatever the last thing is, you know, and that was it. That was pretty much it. Madison Square Garden. That thing seemed to last 18 hours. It was. Have you heard Joe Rogan talk about that deal?
Yeah.
Or Tony Hinchcliffe? It's just
that's crazy.
Unorganized, and just like they're just calling people up to do stuff like
random, just random.
It's what it felt like, but the crowd loved it.
They probably just kept it loose. That may have been the whole purpose of it. Let's keep everybody, keep it just loose.
Not a good place for a stand-up comedian, though. And
no, I can't believe it. It was tough. That was tough.
It was a good set.
It was.
It was a funny set. He did a good job, but yeah. Oh man. But yeah, a lot of appointments have been happening. We'll see. These all have to get through with having a majority. You would think most of them are going to get through, but some interesting things there that I know Bubba's going to break down. His girl Tulsi is in. My girl Tulsi too. I love her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Not only because she's beautiful, but she's brilliant. She's a badass.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. No, you're right. Yeah, the Matt Gaetz thing kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. You know, like, wow, that's like adding Alex Stein there as the press secretary or something. You know, a little bit. He did that as a needle.
He's gonna get confirmed. I think here's what I think happened on that deal. They screwed him. He screwed himself. He's accepting that. He's resigning, and he's gonna not get confirmed, and he's just gonna be out. He's out. Mike Johnson from Louisiana. He ain't gonna have to deal with him anymore. He's a little too mouthy for the right side. He's a little too far right. They don't really need him around. Or if he's confirmed, it's going to be wild. But I don't think he'll be confirmed. I don't care either way. He is an interesting fella. And those commercials in Florida that I got to see at your house, that was in the summer. That was in July. Insane. I can only imagine they got crazier.
Oh yeah,
as it got closer to the election.
Yeah, it was. That's a different deal. I don't know, man. I've heard things about that guy. Like, I think it's good he represents our area. I think he's been great for our area, right? I don't know about him at that next keeping going to those next levels. I'm just not sure. There's a couple things about him I've just heard. Nothing like super bad or anything, but just he's a little bit of a you talking about a work. That's all a work.
A showman.
Yes,
he's a showman.
That's all a show. Which I know they all have that, right? They all have it.
Yeah.
But he's just like an extra level. I don't know. When those doors close, I don't think he's anything the same at all.
I would say that is most likely the case. That was most likely the case. He just looks fake. Let's be honest about it. Like he doesn't look trustworthy. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that guy doesn't exude, I trust that guy.
Well, so his dad, we talked about that before. His dad here locally, Chet, my buddy Chet from back in the day in college, his dad and Don Gates, they were like really, really, really close. And we went, like Ivan, I rode out Ivan in Don Gates' office. Like, that's what we went to. Yeah, so we hung out in an unbelievable office, by the way.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he became like over the the superintendent of all the schools or whatever, or sitting on the board, the main guy, whatever that guy is. And so in that superintendent building for the Okaloosa County school system, they had an office for whoever served on that, right? And whoever the main dog is. I guess that's the superintendent, right? So he went in there and pimped that office out because he already had money and done stuff. Dude, this office, you walk in there, like a regular big building, school building, you open this office, and it's just like all mahogany and stuff and like big bar over there. It's like, whoa, what did we just go into? It's like, so yeah, we kicked in that unbelievable office all during Ivan the whole night. So my point to say that is his dad, I don't know, they just seem like two different people. I don't know.
I agree totally. He's just
he's a product of his dad. It's like, George Bush, George H.W. or George H. Bush or whatever, George W. Bush. Just a difference. You know what I mean?
Some people are just natural born politicians.
Yeah.
That guy, he is the mold of it. He is the mold of it. I would love to see him and Alex Stein have I'm sure they have conversed on something at some point.
You'd think he would have been on Alex's show already. I've never seen it, but he may have. I don't know.
In the time that I've been watching him, I haven't seen him on there either. Alex may be too crazy for him. He just doesn't, but he's had some controversies, to say the least, at least according to the people who were running against him in Florida anyhow, based off the commercials. I wish I had one of them to play right now. They were wild.
They were wild.
Just flat out wild.
It was pretty hardcore stuff.
Tell you what, though, I'm not missing election commercials at all.
No, I'm so glad that's over with.
On the radio or anywhere.
I'm so glad it's over with.
I still listen to the radio.
Oh, yeah. I listen to the radio.
Terrestrial.
I listen to it every day I get in the car, 103.1, which is Florida Man Radio. I listen to it from the time, I don't care what time of the day it is. You got multiple shows throughout the day. Shannon Burke's on the afternoon again up here, so it's great. What a great station, It never moves. 103.1 is radio.
103.1.
Yeah.
I know what I was going to say a while ago before we had a little technical difficulties and had to jump back to the Bubba Army out there. You guys, if you have some ideas, some thoughts, anything like that you want to, that you want to see us do more of on this show or you want to hear more of, let us know. Give us a call, 225-800-3058. That's 225-800-3058. Leave us a voicemail. We have a Google Voice set up just for that. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
And we may play it on a show, who knows, but we want some feedback. That's what we're asking you guys. Help us, help you, help us to have fun.
Yes.
That's what we want.
That's exactly right. That's well said, Dave Brantley. Hey, I'm going to bring up something. You're going to be like, wait, that's not for this show, but I got to bring this. We got to talk about this for 2 minutes. I think it's so cool because if you hear it here, maybe we'll have something with some video on it later on another show. But, dude, what about our boy Bowser? He's coming on very soon with us.
Yes.
And so,
yes.
But anyway, we get he's got a connection and he's like, hey, we just got asked if you could come up with 5 questions that we can send over to Lauren Bobert. How do you say her last name? Is it Bobbert?
I think it's Bobert.
Bobert.
I think is
how Lauren Bobert.
Yeah.
She needs 5 questions for the UFO congressional hearing tomorrow. You got about 20 minutes. I was like, what? I believe him, like I completely believe him. And dude, so I sent him 5 questions. It was really fast. I wish I had more time to like put into it, but I sent him 4 or 5 questions. And dude, it's crazy. The next day I get a text from him and he's like, dude, she used one of your questions. And I'm like, are you serious? And dude, absolutely verbatim the question. You know what I mean? She added to it a second part question after she got done with my question. And because the question, that's so cool, dude. Like Tigs Bits is being asked to come up with questions to ask at a congressional UFO hearing.
That is exactly right. And here is that question that Ms. Lauren asked.
All 4 of you, yes or no, please. I have many questions I want to get to. Are there any known instances of recovered materials or technologies that are not of human origin and maybe connected to any advanced bioscience defense programs within the USG?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to answer that, ma'am.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's unbelievable.
The only I want to know the rest of that answer though. Like I don't like no, or we don't know anything, whatever. Bullshit. But okay, then what? Then what happened? What happened next? I've not had a chance to see the rest of the video.
Yeah, dude, that whole thing. We're gonna dive off into that deep with Bowser, but dude, that whole thing is becoming a little bit of a like Ashton Forbes. I listen to him a lot. Like it's becoming, you realize like these hearings are turning into cover-ups. Like if it's more of it's disguised, it's transparency and it's actually a cover-up. But dude, there's gonna be some cool stuff happening. I think the Trump administration is gonna help to really turn this thing out and add the transparency back to what it was supposed to be and get into some of this because there's some crazy stuff going on there that they're not telling us still.
There's no doubt about that. And y'all listening to this, you can go back and check us out. I'm not sure what day we've been bumped to yet, but but whatever day it is, you can go back because this show, our show that we're going to do with Bowser, we're doing that sucker live. We're going live.
Oh, we are going live?
Yeah, I've decided we're going live.
Okay, I didn't know if we're going live.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's a surprise live too. Like no one knows we're going live yet. We're just going to go live. But we're also going to keep it kind of tight for a little bit until, the chat may go out. Hopefully they're always really good. Like when we have someone on like that, they don't go too crazy. They'll talk amongst themselves a little bit. And then we get to rock and roll and carry on. I think we should go live. We haven't gone live on a Thursday night in almost a month, I think. It feels like we've gone live. We're just not on our traditional Thursday night. So what better time than that? So y'all can go back, check that out. You'll see it on our YouTube. Go to tigsbits.com. It'll take you to everything that you need to go to. But go check it out. I can't wait. Like this has kind of warmed us up.
This is good.
And we're about to really dive into some weird stuff, and I can't wait.
Oh man, it's gonna be fun, dude. It's gonna be real fun. So yeah, go back and check that live out from that night. It's gonna be from Thursday night, dude. It's gonna be great. I mean, Bowser, first of all, he's a super smart guy, and he's our resident alien expert. And obviously, that's the guy that delivers. I need 5 questions. Lauren Bobert needs them to ask, and I'm like, huh? They go directly to her. I don't know how they get there. Anyway.
Blasey texts me and JR. JR, by the way, is in Key West this week.
Yes, he is.
So we're missing him, but he ain't missing us. I promise you. So good reason, good excuse. But Blasey texts us and tells us this. He sends us a screenshot and like, man, I'm in the middle. I'm just absolutely drained. 20 minutes? I got to think of something in 20 minutes. Of course, I went to Chat GPT. Nothing really stood out. And I'm just like, well, damn. And then you had some good questions. You showed us your questions like, well, there we go. That's good. But still, I did not think that would get – I didn't think she'd ask them. But she sure did.
Verbatim. That was that question.
Verbatim.
Yes. That was great. That's unbelievable.
I have
so now we have direct access to Lauren Boebert and the UFO committees. This is fantastic.
It is so fantastic, and you don't even know what my mind's already thinking. Like, we haven't got there yet, but I already know we're going to have clips from this show that we're doing with Bowser where I can tie in screenshots of the text before her saying it. Bam. Oh, yeah, that clip's going to slap, but it may be about 3 weeks before I can produce it, but it's going to slap when it comes out.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, let's start to wrap this up. We teased it at the very beginning, then we just dove straight into the Bubba heat. This past weekend, Blasey, you were at the LSU-Alabama game.
Oh, yeah.
And, the game, we don't even have to discuss that. I'm glad JR isn't in here tonight, but congratulations to his Tide. I had to deal with JD, which was fun. We had a great time. He was a great guest. He was one of the best guests that we've ever had. He was a great guest. So we had a lot of fun. And as I've said, we may not win the game, Blasey, but we have never, ever lost a tailgate. And that stood true on that day. So give me your thoughts. What were your takeaways from that LSU tailgate?
Man, dude, it's just it's unbelievable. Just first of all, like the whole setup when you get there, it's going to be special. I mean, you got that big box truck there. You're taking the ladder down, putting the rails up on the box truck on top so people can go up there. You can get that view from up there. It's phenomenal. But you're also located in just a great spot. All these big oaks are overhanging you. So whether it be, a little bit of rain or drizzle, or if it be the sun and all, because it was pretty hot that day.
Very hot.
Dude, you got all your tents tied together. You got all your, the grills going and everything being cooking. You got another box truck there getting all the stuff out. You're right on that sidewalk point. People come passing through. It's just first of all, you get there, you're in a great spot, right? You're not in an awkward spot. The stadium's right there. College GameDay, you just literally walk like 100 yards between a building and then boom, there's College GameDay. Go over to the set. I mean, because I was able to, obviously Troy, being a Troy guy, I've never been to a game where the College GameDay was there, so I had to go there, man. I brought my Troy flag. Now I didn't sit there the whole time. We went over there for about 15 minutes. I came back an hour later. I went there about another 15 minutes. Flew the Troy flag.
You got it on TV.
I did get it on TV.
Got it on TV.
It's on TV. Yep, especially about the 10:30 mark. You go and look around there, you'll see me. On one time, I really got after it. But dude,
I've got footage. You're seeing it now if you're watching this on Tales from the Tailgate. And, I'm looking forward to editing it together. You made sure that everyone knew that you were from Troy. You were wearing a Troy hat at times. But as I've watched some of these interviews, I heard what I thought I heard. And it's so damn loud out there. I can't always hear what you were saying.
Yeah, even 3 feet away.
I'm just capturing you.
It's loud.
Yeah, 3 feet away, it's that loud.
Yes.
It's a lot of people.
Music.
It's a lot of noise.
On y'all's music set up, dude. I mean, you got a DJ there. He's in there running. I mean, they got a full board and everything. They're running like he got a DJ. You know what I mean? Like they're getting after it. It is a party, man.
Not a full-on turntable DJ, though. We have had that.
I'm sure you
have.
That
has happened.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I mean, and it may happen. It's going to be tough to follow that one up for Vandy.
Yeah.
Even though not knocking Vandy. Vandy.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good football team this year. I mean, they beat Alabama, who curb stomped us. So
when is that game?
I don't know. And they have a running quarterback.
Oh,
we're in trouble.
Is that this weekend or next weekend?
It's next weekend.
Okay, good. You get a break there for a moment.
Well, we go to Florida. I don't know if it's a break this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
it never is really in the SEC.
But I only look at it as from a tailgating point of view.
Sure,
like our
from
next
the
tailgate.
That's what I mean. You needed a break.
Yeah,
not your football team.
I need a break.
Yeah, I'm talking about y'all.
Vanderbilt. Yeah, I mean you need a break after.
I hadn't been to a football
Alabama
game yet, and I need a break. You know what I mean? Like that was.
Yeah,
I was
I'll tell you what. I'm
out.
glad you didn't buy a ticket.
Yeah, me too.
For that one, because not the best. I mean, not a great game. Obviously, Tiger Stadium never really got to. You want to know how do you take a crowd out of the game? That's how you do it.
That's
exactly how you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucked because the crowd was amped.
Yeah.
They were ready. Crowd was ready. Tigers weren't.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does happen.
Man, it was one for the ages. That's the fastest I've ever seen us run out of food and beer.
Dude, by 4 o'clock.
By 4 o'clock.
That's when I left. So 4 o'clock rolls around.
You're like, we're out of beer. I'm out of here.
Dude, it's been a great day. I've been there since 8 o'clock that morning. We've had a huge day. I mean, I've been there 8 hours tailgating, going at it, getting interviews, doing everything. At that point, it's like, I just don't know anything else to do but just leave.
What else is there? I got a couple more little things afterwards after you left, but not much. I didn't get much more. It was
at that point, we probably didn't need to be interviewing much more anyway, you know. So
this is true. This is true.
That's what I thought about too. I'm like, even whatever.
You get to a point.
It was fantastic, dude. I mean, it absolutely. It's second to none when it comes to tailgating. I've never been to anything like it ever, and it's great. I mean, great food, cool people. Dude, just a big time. There was something else I was going to say and all that.
Oh, the gumbo interview.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't come out.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And the best part, I mean, it will find its way into the footage.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's like,
oh man.
But us talking about it, that made it. So I think I'll be able to.
I never had a gumbo with a poached egg in it, and him doing the sweet potato deal off the side. You know, I know it's like the potato salad thing. Like, man, that
sweet potato was a game changer, man. And I'm not a huge sweet potato.
It's phenomenal. It really is good. It's super good. I got a pot of chili in there going right now. My mouth got water and thinking about that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try tonight. Why wouldn't it work? Why wouldn't it be just as good-ish? I'm going to put a little bit of potato salad in that chili.
Why wouldn't
I?
I love it.
I think it's the same effect. I got to try it.
I can't wait to find out.
Yeah.
Is this a homemade potato salad?
No, it's not. I wish I could say it's a Southern from Publix.
Well, then it's going to help the potato salad then by putting it in the chili.
Yes,
I don't know if it's going to make the chili better, but the chili's going to make it
Publix
better.
doesn't do a bad one. It's not bad. It's not but hey, it's perfect for this in there. Like you said, that chili's going to get in there. You're going to get the creamy finish on it. You're going to get, it's going to be good.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, look, let's wrap this up. We've got we've had a fun one.
Yep.
Hopefully JR will get to join us again. Probably what you guys will hear next week is a show that we have done that we've just kind of been holding on to. I'm going to be honest with you, Blasey. I was going through everything because I'm going to be on the road the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at everything, just kind of lining it out. We did a show that flat out had forgot to drop anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, superheroes.
Oh, that's a good show. That can be done anytime.
It's a great show.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I saw the show notes earlier because I keep all my show notes and I stack them and I put them in a place. And I was looking, straightening up today, getting ready for Bowser, and I saw the show notes for that. I just got to giggling about it. I was like, I hadn't even heard that show yet. That's what I thought. I was like, I missed that one
because it hadn't been released. So it's like it was the best thing. I was going to text you whenever I saw it. I went, oh my God, we got next week done. Okay, this is great. So we're golden. I'll be back the week of Thanksgiving, back in the studio. We'll have another we'll do a take on whatever has been happening in Bubba. We didn't even talk about the hilarious Twitch raid that he was going to do. I don't know how it went. I just know that he was going to do it from Clem and Kush. Got to know more about that.
Yeah.
So we'll probably circle back to that. That'll give him a couple of weeks of jumping into Twitch and doing that. We will see you guys here in a couple of weeks, and go Tigers.